Breanna, 21 points in the first half. You really had the team, when things weren't going the team's way, you were carrying them. And then just to see how you guys were able to close out this game after letting a slippable or winnable game slip through your fingertips the last game, just how important was your first half? And then also, I guess, how proud are you guys able to close out this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think just speaking individually for myself in the first half, like, I was really trying to be aggressive. I knew that in the previous two games, like, I got a lot of great looks, especially going downhill. And they were struggling with what they were doing in a post to guard screen. So I was just taking what they were giving me, and then the second half, the paint definitely closed up a little bit. But I'm happy and proud of the way that we're resilient. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that are happening on our team, and we continue to fight through it, no matter who's on the court. And we know that this road trip is tough, and we wanted to take it one game at a time. And this was an incredible atmosphere to be a part of, and happy we were walking away with the win.
Yep. Stewie. Hi. What are the one or two things that were the difference between winning and losing this game for you guys tonight?
For sure, our rebounding. I mean, they still out-rebounded us, which is kind of crazy, but it seemed like we were getting a lot of rebounds. And then our turnovers, that's been our Achilles heel, especially the last two losses. We were just throwing the ball all over the gym, and we were able to contain that a little bit tonight.
Kendra?
Sandy, I'm right here. Kendra Andrews, ESPN. The Valkyries pride themselves on their defense, and they've had some games where they have just been able to shut down opponents' guards very well. Did you see them do anything in particular on Sabrina, or did she express anything to you that they were doing with her, or was it just an off night for her?
No, yeah. I mean, they were trapping her. They wanted to, and like Marine, Johannes, Sabrina, she demands so much attention there, and we're trying to get her off the ball too, and they're being really physical. So they contained her quite well when our starting backcourt, didn't shoot the ball really well, and we find a way to win. That's a win for us without key players away for us. But Sabrina, when it's crunch time, she really stepped up and made those free throws. So she's never ever out of the game. But yeah, they're a tough defensive team. You wouldn't have thought either team was played much defense in that first quarter. But yeah, we buckled down and it became a bit of a grind the rest of the way.
We'll turn it over to Zoom, starting with Miles.
Hi, all. Breanna, I wanted to ask you about Kennedy because Kennedy's shots tonight, every shot she made either put you guys in front or you were up a point and stretched the lead to 2 possessions. Her 4 threes tonight, she's now up to 54% on the season from deep. Just how stabilizing has she been, not just in this game, but throughout the entire season for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think when we needed her and when we were able to really lean on her, KB stepped up, and that's really important, and that's huge for what we do. And I think it goes beyond the threes. She's able to stretch the floor and knock down big shots, but the way that she was all over the place defensively, the way that she was really kind of getting our action, our offense moving from one side to the next, trying to take advantage of any mismatch that she had, was huge for us, especially when it was a little bit struggle for some other players. She stepped up big time, and that's exactly what we need from her.
We'll go back to the room.
Hi, Breanna, Chris Alvarez from ABC7 in San Francisco right here.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Sabrina obviously had an off shooting night, but she scores 10 of her 11 in the fourth quarter. What does it say about her championship mentality when she's not offensively going to make free throws and a steal and just her overall game late?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, it shows the great player that she is. Sometimes you're going to struggle, sometimes you're not going to make shots. Sometimes teams are going to make it really, really difficult for you. But as a great player, you can't kind of let your mind wander and lose focus in the game. So she stayed locked in. And when her time and her moment came, it was free throws. It was that huge steal at the end, and that's what this team is about. Mm-hmm. Some people are gonna have off nights, some people are gonna have on nights, but we're all gonna collectively make a difference when we're on the court.
We're coming back to Zoom with Miles.
Hey, Kennedy.
Hey.
I wanted to ask you about the difference in the Valkyries' defense in that first half and the second half. You guys had 26 points in the paint before the break, and then just 2 in the second half. Those threes weren't falling early, but you were trying to find that balance of attacking and knocking down those shots. What were the holes that you were able to find to get some of that space late?
Just moving off of the ball really well, and then knowing that when my teammates attack, I have to move to the open space, and they were able to find me. And I think it just plays a part in the trust that we have with each other. So yeah, just always being ready no matter what.
We'll go to Jackie on Zoom.
Hi all, good evening. Kennedy, to start with you, obviously it's been an adjustment to play without both Leo and JJ.
Mhm.
You all get your first win without JJ. I guess how would you describe the process and I guess the progress to really get this win, and what have you all really had to do to adapt to get here?
I mean, staying ready no matter what. We talk about it all the time. When one person, two people go down, that's when the next person has to step up. And I think we do a good job of just like when we step into the game, making those extra plays for teammates and then just being ready, so.
And Sandy, for you, I mean, KB, obviously, she scores 20 points off the bench. Marine, 11. She had that, hitting those 3 threes in a row. When you think about the bench production that you want, how much is this type of production sort of what you envision for this team moving forward?
Yeah, a lot. I suppose that's what you get to see when some of your players are out and who can step up and how they complement obviously our starters. And KB's been in and out of the starting lineup, but she was massive for us tonight. You spoke about Marine. It's good. We want her to be confident. And play her game and to be a plus 12, that's great with what she brings to this team. And also like to add in Rebecca Gardner. I think just the minutes that she's given us, we know what she can, how good she's going to complement the players when we do get Leo and JJ back. So, that's exciting. We've, haven't played our best ball, but sometimes you have to win ugly and we find a way, and those players have been really key.
Thank you.
We'll take one more on Zoom from Jeff.
Thank you. Hello all. Good evening. Good morning, in case may be over here. My question will be for Breanna. At the end of the game, when Sabrina makes that steal, seems like you had a kind of a moment with her, kind of cheered her on a little bit, gave her some sort of congratulations. What was that moment like? What did you say to her? And how has Sabrina's defense improved the most from last year to this?
Yeah. I probably said like big fucking steal, because that's what it was. But just the way that she stayed locked in, I think it's tough. It's tough sometimes when the ball is like literally not going in the basket, and we needed her. No matter what, she has a presence and she draws attention, whether she's making shots or missing shots. So that was big for her to just stay locked in and know that it wasn't exactly the night that she wanted, but the win is what's most important.
Coach, how did Beck Gardner vindicate another shot in the starting lineup tonight? Appreciate your time and insight.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Beck in the starting lineup.
Yeah, no, it was great. I just think, what she brings us, she continually moves without the ball. She's a great cutter. She can shoot the threes. She's great on closeouts, and she's a good defender. And the more minutes she gets more comfortable in system and playing, obviously, with her teammates.
We'll go back to the room.
For Breanna, you've played the Valkyries 3 times now. What has impressed you most about the way they play?
Well, first I have a question. Like, is this Valhalla or Chase Center? Like, I don't understand. Okay, now I understand. I think what you see with the Valkyries is their toughness, and one of their players talked about, we're a team full of, six women, 6 men, whatever. And that's really what it is they never stop. They're always in games, and that's what makes them incredibly dangerous, and especially here at Valhalla. It's loud, and I was excited to kind of see what it was about. I like the purple, honestly. I'm waiting for purple jerseys at this point. No?
I like
It's
it
nice.
too.
It's nice.
Coach, Kate Martin scored 19 points in that fourth quarter. What did you see from her, and how was she getting open?
She's a great shooter. We know that, and she's got a lot of confidence when the ball comes to her. She's going to make tough plays, and you saw that tonight. She made some shots where we just overhelped too. We just left her open, and that wasn't the plan. But sometimes in the heat of the battle, we just lose our our focus, how do we want to execute. But Kate made those shots, and she's always stayed ready. I really like her mentality, and she Millie was a thorn in our side, and at the end, obviously they went to her and got a shot off. But yeah, didn't make it finally.
We'll finish with Michelle.
Sandy, for you, you've been in this league for a long time. What has Ohema and Natalie and that team done right to build this and to be competitive so quickly?
Well, everything, front office, the recruiting department. I think they've evaluated the players, and with Natalie, she knows how she wants to play. I think they've done a great job. Instead of going and just getting young players, they got established players, international players, that flavour. And basketball truly is a global game. I'm not from this country either, so it's good to see. This is the most international team of all teams, and I think they just went out and got players that wanted to. Maybe they've been the sixth player on their team, but they have opportunity to really to rise to the occasion, and they all do. And I know they're going to get some really valuable pieces back, and they're going to make some noise as the season progresses.